people who are trying to learn transthoracic echocardiography. Now, all of these tools can be used at once. So the trio can be put on all together. So you can have the labeling, you can have the grading and the guidance all on together, and it won't affect the image behind, the image quality or the frame rates. The system has no issue with having everything together. And the great thing is when you save the pictures, none of this is on the screen. So the information behind is saved, but you don't have to worry about trying to remove any of the labels, for example. Now, all of this helps to get the best picture. Now, the next part is how to actually quantify the cardiac function. And again, this is something that usually requires quite a lot of work of tracing, etc., in order to get ejection fraction or cardiac output, for instance. So what the automated systolic heart function does is you first acquire the apical four chamber. You can see there it's acquiring. You tell the system when you're ready to go. You accept that clip. It then instructs you to move into the apical two chamber view. It's telling their fan maybe, to get that window. When you've got it, you see the green bars, to acquire that picture. You can try again, of course, if you are not happy with your first acquisition. And then within a matter of moments, you get all of the systolic heart function parameters displayed on the screen. It's really very impressive. And again, this has been benchmarked against larger systems, premium systems, to show that this is really reliable and robust. Now, if you decide that you want to edit this information, if it hasn't drawn the lines exactly where you would like to, then of course that is possible. So you can choose to, it'll show you which of the systolic and diastolic frames it chose, and you can then edit any of the dots there, and it's very easy. You just with your finger on the screen. So again, if you want to edit it, and then of course it updates the systolic heart function measurements which go into the report. I just wanted to share this one slide so that you can hear and see. This is what the 3-signal fusion is like. So you can imagine if there's a murmur, you can see where it's coming from as well as hear it at the same time. So it's really powerful. So my last few slides are about the newest features. We're about to leave, very exciting. This is an image I only just received today. It's of the new linear transducer. So you'll have both the torso to image the lung, abdomen, and the heart, and now also the linear transducer for vascular, nerves, musculoskeletal, all the superficial imaging. This transducer is a 38 millimeter, 13 to 4 megahertz transducer, so it can cover the entire body, and it is coming in within a couple of months. It's going to be released. And the nice thing about it is that you can connect both transducers at once. So that, again, is something that's really unique. And now if pulse wave and continuous wave Doppler are not important for you, I also wanted to make mention that, we've got people in the waiting room. Pardon me. I'm going to bring them in, even though we're towards the end. The system is available with an off-the-shelf tablet. It's a Samsung S6 at this point. We are also validating other off-the-shelf tablets. So if you choose to go that route, then you just purchase the transducer, and then you get the tablet and you download the app from the App Store. It's free, and you can then use it on your own device. So that is also some extra flexibility if you so desire. And finally, also just to show you that there's a stand available. I know in some hospitals having a stand is a desirable feature, maybe not always to scan on it, but to have a place where it can stay within the hospital. So it's nice to have this. As you can see, it's very easy to take off and put back on. So you can take it with you, but the stand is nice and robust and, doesn't tip or anything like that. So, so in conclusion, I just wanted to let you know that this is really just the beginning of what the Kosmos system has planned, or what EcoNows has in plan for the Kosmos system. The AI within the Kosmos is going to be continually developed, and more features are going to be added, which will enable perhaps more parts of the body to be labelled, etc. And it really is a future-proof investment, because all the software upgrades are delivered free of charge directly to the device. All you need to do is connect to Wi-Fi and download the update, just as you would update your phone or your computer, so that when new features become available, you can be the first to experience it. So thank you very much for the opportunity to run through the system. I know it was, a number of slides, but hopefully it gave you a good understanding of really the tremendous amount of technology within this small system. Thank you, Mary.
Thank you so much. Are there any questions? We are recording the whole session, so Bartosz, how it's going? I think that hopefully we will be able to provide all the doctors this recording.
Yes, if there's any questions that anybody would like to raise, please do. We have one also last simple real-time demo using
okay, so I have a question.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, I have a question. Tracy, last time we spoke, you mentioned this fluid management. I think that it might be really exciting. For me, it's really exciting because a new method of for diagnosing the patients. Could you tell us a little bit more? Vexus, the fluid management?
Yes, Vexus. So that Vexus, yes, I can share with you, so you can share with the doctors actually. There's some papers that have been using the Kosmos system, but also really cardiology and also nephrology have been applying this Vexus for looking at fluid status. So there's a few views that must be acquired, including the IVC and Doppler of some of the renal vessels, veins, and you need to have the ECG for the timing. So this is where the Kosmos system is really attractive. And then you can categorize whether with various criteria as to whether, fluids are a yes or no for that particular patient. And the nice thing is that you can then, serially compare for that patient what's going on, come back and scan again and again, of course, and do the Vexus. We had a webinar, it was in the US, but just about this, which is a really exciting emerging point of care application. So I can share some of the papers if the doctors would be interested. Yeah, absolutely.
That would be very, very kind of you. Yes, please. Okay, I know that in the emergency area, Dr. Derkowski, he is the flying helicopter or plane. So I think that this device could be very useful, hopefully.
One of the other nice things about imaging the lung, for instance, in the plane, they're coming on the system where the AI will automatically count the beelines. So that if you're doing, if there's a question about the pneumothorax or lung congestion, then it's an automated measurement, which again is unique for such a small machine. But you'll now be able to image the lungs with both the torso probe and the linear probe as well. So that's nice to be able to do, I think, I'm
really excited about the linear probe because already we had some inquiries about this type of probe.
It really rounds out the system because the abdominal imaging is really of amazing quality. One probe to do both well is quite difficult. So, yeah.
So it's coming in August?
Yes. End of September or August, yes. So for fast, you can easily do all the fast scans, etc. Yeah, no problem.
All right. Are there any questions from